Good early morning, sports fans!
We're back! Well, at least I am. This is your old buddy, superuberviewer. And with me, in the place of JTN 2002, we got...
B2412.
Yeah. Alright, let me explain. Yes, it's still not football season. I don't know when that's going to be yet. And yeah, we were there for the beginning of March Madness. Number one, things got crazy, both bracket-wise and personally. My bad.
All I have to say, JTN's bracket got foobarred. You don't take the Gators all the way to the final dance.
No. It wasn't the Gators that was a problem. It was LIU that was the problem.
It was everybody that was a problem. There were so many upsets in that damn dance, it wasn't even funny.
True enough. But
we digress.
Enough about that. Now we're getting to where they're actually getting paid and can legally get paid. The NBA.
Ding ding.
16 teams. So it's a lot simpler to get it right.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. Since this guy right here, he's a Magic fan. I'm going to let him do most of the work for the East, but I'm probably going to have to corral him in, especially when it comes to my opinions. And I'm going to take the brunt work for the rest, just to be fair.
Plus just like the media.
Plus the West is better anyway. But enough about that. We go East. Chicago and Indiana. I'm simply going to say this. You've got the MVP. You've got Carlos Boozer. You've got Joakim Noah. Indiana, you've got Tyler Hansbrough. Yeah, enough said. There's a reason why Chicago almost became the first team in NBA history to sweep their entire division. That's going to continue.
All I gotta say, folks, is if you're at the Staples Center, have your broomsticks out.
Staples Center? We're not there yet.
Oh yeah, I keep getting those two confused. Where the hell do they play again?
The United Center.
Yeah. Well, if you're at the United Center, you also want to have your broomsticks out.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Blame my job. I'm giving it to Chicago in 4 also. Indiana's going to get cremated.
Okay. Orlando and Atlanta. Wow.
As always, Orlando gets an interesting series.
Yeah, because Atlanta... Well, okay. Atlanta just went through last year one of the worst 7-game series in NBA history against Miami. You could not watch those games. They were blowouts. So by default, they have experience. Orlando, you've got issues. You've got Dwight Howard, but you don't have anybody behind Dwight Howard. You've got Jameer Nelson and Hedo Turkoglu, but cohesiveness hasn't really been a strong point. However, you're still Orlando. And Atlanta's not getting any love for a reason. I'm going to give Orlando some credit. It's gonna take a while, but in the end, the better team is going to advance.
My thing with Orlando, and I can't preach this enough, I want to strangle Otis Smith and Stan Van Gundy. It was a shitty trade. We didn't really pick up anybody good. Yeah, we got Hedo we got Turk back. We got Turk back. But we gave away Gortat. Stupid decision. It's gonna cost the Magic later on. I give it to him, but I'm gonna give him a little bit more credit than you did. And I'm giving it to him in 5.
Okay. Alright. Boston and New York. Iconic cities. Iconic teams.
Iconic markets.
Great players. A lot of people are going to tune in.
This could be one of the biggest game or tune-in games next to the finals.
True. Boston, you're getting old. You've played a lot the past couple of years. The Knicks, you won the Carmelo Anthony sweepstakes. And you got a nice pairing with him and Amari Stoudemire. You have a very prolific offense. 105 a game is good. One of the best in the league. But for that offense, and Mike D'Antoni, he does not believe in defense.
No, they don't.
And no, this isn't the Paul Westhead system, which, could produce some success. This is the D'Antoni 7 seconds or less system. He is not the guru of Go, and I'm sorry. When you're 29th out of 30 in scoring defense, you're giving up 107, and all you can say is, well, we were better than Minnesota.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, you New York fans, you have your Rangers for the time being, plus you've got the Yankees. The Garden has a little bit of magic in it, not so much.
I got two things to say. First of all, you're not getting out of this. If you're New York, you're not getting out of this situation. 107 points, giving up a game. You're not getting out of this situation. Boston's going to run through you like holes in Swiss cheese. So if you're at the Staples Center, get your broomsticks out. It's going to be another sweep.
Why do you keep mentioning the Staples Center?
I don't know. I want to see the Staples Center. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long day at work. For some reason, I keep thinking about the Staples Center. Probably going to be in a dream tonight.
Yeah.
If you're in Boston, have your broomsticks out.
And yes, Boston fans, I'm aware that you play at the TD Garden, even though he's not. But enough about that.
The TD Garden? I thought that was where the Orlando Magic played. Oh yeah, that's right. They changed it to Amway.
Anyway, Miami and Philadelphia. Miami! Okay. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Eddie House, Carlos Arroyo. You got some solid guys. Philadelphia. Andre Iguodala. Samuel Dallenberg.
You know anybody else?
I
don't know anybody else. I think you name... Yeah. Put it to you like this. If we can only name two of your good guys... Not even two of your good guys. Two of your teammates, period. No.
Yeah. I love the retro uniforms. I like that you were among one of the teams to do that. But last time I checked, Mo Cheeks, Doc Rivers, Dr. J, Wilt Chamberlain... They're not walking through the door anytime in the near future.
You don't have the retro youth. You don't have the retro smarts. You don't have the retro players. Sure, you got the retro jerseys, but that really ain't helping you too much. If you're in Miami, you also want to have your broomsticks out. It's going to be another clean sweep.
Okay, so... making quick work of that. Conference semifinals.
Looks like we're pretty even toe-to-toe except for the Orlando-Atlanta game where I got them ahead by 1.
Well, yeah. See, no. Not...
Actually, no. You've got Boston ahead by... Or I got Boston ahead by 1 also.
Anyway, yeah. You think that's a disagreement? Where do you see this?
I got a feeling about it. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a disagreement here.
I don't see Dwight Howard going toe-to-toe against Joakim Noah.
I do.
Remember the first round series against Boston? It was pretty much his first NBA playoff action.
Of course.
20 points, 20 rebounds in a playoff game? That just does not happen.
Yes, okay, it's not even unacceptable, it's piss poor pathetic, but I mean it really is.
Yeah.
However, Dwight has matured, he's got experience, he's got the team, yeah, he's got Nelson, he's got all the guys behind him. Stan Van Gundy's working bench magic and it's working for him. That bench magic's going to go just a little bit longer, but it's going to be tooth and nail. But I see Orlando in 7.
Are you serious?
Yes.
There's a reason why Stan Van Gundy is using bench magic, because he has to. Tom Thibodeau doesn't have to.
I know, but that's because Otis Smith fucked things up when he told Stan Van Gundy to not make any trades.
Well, that's because, have you seen the kind of salaries that they were giving to people in the off-season? You're financially handicapped when you offer guys like J.J. Redick the exorbitant salary he's making. But that's
which Aid doesn't deserve, but that's for a different
time. That's for another video entirely. You have fun when you're getting picked and rolled out of the playoffs. Boston and Miami.
Now here's something we'll probably agree on.
Boston, you've got your big 3. Miami, you've got your big 3. Playoff experience and future Hall of Famers abound. Boston, though, you've played a lot the past couple of years between titles and the NBA Finals appearances.
Yeah.
It's going to wear on you. Miami, they had the big party. They've got the ego. Now they're just going to be hungry, because it gets to the point where you can no longer be full of yourself. You need substance. I think they're going to do it, but it will not be easy whatsoever. That one's going the distance.
This is an interesting matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And right now you're looking at a match-off between two teams that have some pretty big egos.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I'm going for Miami on this.
Okay.
However, this game, depending on who wins here and who wins here, can create a severe upset.
Okay.
However, Miami's got the perfect combination of youth and experience, and they are hungry for another ring, but they're going to definitely have to earn it.
Alright. So now we're in the conference finals. I see it like this. Yes, Dwayne Wade has a ring. Yes, LeBron James has an NBA Finals appearance under his belt. Fine. But you're relying on the two of them to play essentially the same position. And, oh, by the way, you've got Chris Bosh, who, when he's hot, he can get you 10, 15, 20 points in a night. But when he's cold, he's the Antarctic, and he's shooting something like 0 for 13, or however god-awful it was. I don't see that happening. Miami is a strict, we're not going to rely on Carlos Arroyo, we're not going to rely on Eddie House, we're not going to do work around the perimeter, we're going to fast break, inside, facilitate, and that won't work. Chicago knows they have perimeter shooters. They will use them. Chicago knows they can run pick and rolls. They can run screens. They will do it.
And that is what they're going to need if that matchup were to occur, and that's something that would happen. Here, however, this is where I say my matchup, Orlando and Miami, we got a little bit of a Florida rivalry going here.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, no, it's not going to be an entirely clean sweep. It's going to be run about the middle.
Fair enough.
This is the point where Orlando just had to take it in 7 in the last series. Dwight Howard's going to be tired out. With no backup center, it's game over for Orlando. I've got Miami in 5.
Alright. We got to move on to see how the other half lives. We'll be right
back
to tell
after
you
these messages.
to tell you the best of the West.